developments coming in. Now, the Emirati Ministry of Defense says the country is again responding to incoming missile and drone threats from Iran. The ministry said in a short statement on X, the sounds heard are the result of the air defense systems intercepting missiles and drones. The announcement comes 4 hours after the ministry issued a similar statement. Major General Sudhakarji, what would you like to say on this?
Give the background, please, if you don't mind. Kindly give me the background.
Sure.
You have to
Major
frame the
General.
question and ask me, then I reply to the question.
Right. Major General Sudhakarji, we're of course talking about the fact that now the latest information that we're getting is that the Emirati Ministry of Defense has said the country is now again responding to incoming missile and drone threats that are coming in from Iran, and the ministry has now stated on their X account that the sounds heard are the result of the air defense systems intercepting missiles and drones. Now, the announcement comes 4 hours after the ministry issued a similar statement. How do you read into this?
Basically, why this question is being raised, or I must compliment NewsX for the same, is that in the backdrop of 15-point proposal mooted by Donald Trump and reportedly having been shared with the Iranians through Pakistani interlocutors, the firing is still going on. The firing will go on because until unless there is a common acceptable paradigm or parameter on which the peace process can begin, it cannot be assumed this tactical pause of 5 days is no tactical pause, because the firing is going on from Israel and USA side. When they fire, Iran has made it very clear that if they are fired upon, they will continue to retaliate. So there is nothing new. They are being fired upon from the army bases or American bases in the Persian Gulf countries, as also by standoff and also aerial platforms of Israel and USA armed forces. So as long as they are being fired, they will continue to retaliate. So there is nothing new, nothing alarming about it. Even if Emirati is making this point, then Emirati also has to look within. Are there any American bases? If there are, then this is what Iran is demanding, that you make sure that they don't open fire at Iran from these American bases. So this ding-dong battle or tit for tat will go on until unless there is a freeze in all activities, until unless the sincerity and the goodwill objective of Donald Trump gets manifested in real terms on ground. At the moment, it appears that neither Donald Trump is serious. He is taking non-serious components of members like Pakistan, whose there are blood on the hands of the Pakistanis or Pakistan itself. How can Pakistan become an interlocutor or mediator between Iran and USA? One really doesn't know. Firstly, Iran doesn't accept. They are not in talking terms, by the way. So although they are dependent on Iran, 35% of the diesel gets smuggled through the border between Pakistan and Iran. That's a different issue. But it has to be undertaken by some meaningful interlocutor. There are Egypt, there is Turkey, I'm given to understand. Qatar is another option. But why Pakistan? That is not understood. So therefore, I would say that let this carry on. Still, there is some attempts. There is a silver lining at the end of the day. Some effort is being made to stop this mindless conflict, because it was never thought through at the beginning, and it started without any objective in the minds of the USA president as also Netanyahu, and the objective, if at all it was there, it was not supported by reliable, credible and accurate intelligence. Back to you, Vaishali.
All right. Now, I'll come back to my guest very shortly. Now, the Kuwaiti Ministry of Interior says it has arrested 6 individuals, 5 Kuwaiti citizens and 1 other national, and dismantled a Hezbollah-linked terrorist group. They said they also identified 14 other people, including 5 Kuwaiti citizens, 2 Iranians, 2 Lebanese, and 5 others who fled the country. For the 6 they arrested, they said after questioning that the suspects confessed to planning to carry out assassination operations, targeting state symbols and leaders and recruiting individuals to perform these tasks. Authorities said that security in Kuwait is a red line and that they take these threats very seriously and will show no mercy and will severely punish anyone who is involved in these kind of activities. This is the third sleeper cell that authorities here in Kuwait have arrested since the fighting started. Now, I want to go across to Ambassador KP Fabian for his comments on this development.
The question is just going to make a point that Pakistan is not humiliating. Pakistan is working like a messenger boy, carrying messages from A to B and from B to A. There is no mediation. Second point is that regarding the point which you asked about Kuwait, what we have to understand, and it seems neither the Western media and perhaps parts of the Indian media too have not understood. The Shias the world over, not only the Shias in Iran, but the Shias the world over would like to avenge the killing of the Ayatollah, and they will act accordingly, because the 40-day period, as I had mentioned earlier, is not only for mourning but also for martyrdom, which means that during that period, any male Shia is supposed to do whatever he can to avenge. And that is what is happening. Thank you. I have to leave now. I'm in Bombay traffic.